Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, but I'm here today because I wanted to share some replays with you. Yesterday I played in the weekend tournament week 102 Americas in the advanced group, and I played by far the best tournament that I've ever played in. I'm so excited with the result here, and we played in a whole ton of different games. We didn't just focus on one style. We played standard, we played aggro, we tried different unit comps, and we just made things work. So I wanted to share these replays so we can go over quickly on some of the decisions that I made, maybe some of the mistakes I made too, and maybe we can all learn together and see what happened. And this video may be broken down in a couple different parts. I think it would be really cool to go through all the videos. We'll see how we do as we go, but let's just jump right into the first one. I'm going to move the games at a faster pace so we can hopefully get through them rather quickly. All right, this first game, I don't know how to pronounce this name, but here we go. I'm presented with Marksman, Saber, Aerial, and Amp. I take a minute to think about it, and I don't remember what I pick here. Possibly Aerial. Yes, okay. So, all right, Aerial spec. We've got the Sledge and Houndstar. I've been really enjoying Sledges. You can actually see here I have been trying out the damage sharing field maintenance. It hasn't been going too great, and you'll see me later. I actually changed these techs out. Cool. So right away against Tarantula, you need something like Marksman just to deal with it. Otherwise, like, the Tarantula will just run everything that I have down. So we move and we deploy our units here. We're against Fort spec. So this game we're playing standard. Because of these techs and the loadouts, I wasn't super confident going into an aggro game right away. So yeah, you can see our marksmans very quickly pick off those tarantulas, and first round easy win. All right, underground haste, electro, and heavy armor. The heavy armor would be good on the sledgehammers, but I opt for the crawlers. So you saw I was going to deploy here, but the tarantulas might turn around, and I thought maybe it would be easier to put it on the side and gamble, I guess, and try and get one of the towers, because then the marksman might get pulled, but the tarantula wouldn't, and that's exactly what happens here. So great use of that crawler. All right, so we clean this up again just because of that quick victory on the tower. Another hit. We're already looking pretty good here. Sandworm, Phoenix, Sabertooth, Scorp. I've been really enjoying the Phoenix play, and if you notice, like, the Phoenix counters all of the options that were presented. So being that I'm playing standard as well, I know the Phoenix would be a good choice. I'm also aerial spec, so I get the bonus attack and HP, which is great. I throw down, what do I throw down here? A few more fangs or something like that. We're just building out our board. We're not hard choosing any option right now. Yeah, that's right, because I wasn't sure what my opponent was going to go for. I knew the Phoenixes were good, but if he went like hard into one of the giant units, it could have been trouble. So I wanted to make sure I just built the chaff out this round so I'd have the ability to pivot to a different unit next round should I need to. So it looks like I'm going to lose this round, which is fine because we just built the fangs. So now we know what the opponent have chosen. We got electro, deploy, fortified, and quick cooldown. Probably skip. Yeah. So this is the round. I think I probably go I might go for range here on the Phoenix, or I might be going for Mustang or something. I'm not sure. Let's see. Maybe I decide that Hound is the way that I'm... Yeah, okay. So I decided the Hound is the way that I'm going to be able to deal with the chaff here. So we're just making sure that we can kill all the fangs and all the crawlers and stuff. Because if we can kill the chaff, then our Phoenix and our marksmen are going to be able to do their job. There is a lot of chaff from the opponent too, so you'll see these Hounds do really well clearing all this chaff. Now the chaff is gone. You can see our crawlers are now making their way in and absorbing shots from his Phoenix, because we don't want his Phoenix to lock on to our tanks or anything like that. So great job just winning the chaff war there, and that wins that round. Saber, Phantom Ray, Raiden, Typhoon. My opponent goes for Phantom Ray. What are we doing here? Saber. Right, okay, so I think I chose the Saber because I needed a bit more oomph. And now this is the round that we're going for range on everything. So our Sabers are going to be able to like tank a bit of like the Tarantula maybe, or you know, if they shoot the Tarantula, they do excellent against Tarantula as well. In general, Sabers I'm not like a huge fan of. I seem to like lose a lot of games when I pick them. But it seemed like a fine choice for this. I've spread out these Hounds along the sides too, so now I have a full wide Hound board for killing all the chaff. It's going to pull these side crawlers to them, so they're not going to end up here blocking like my Saber or my Marksman. And again, we've won the chaff war, and now we've got lock-ons with our Marksman and our Phoenix. Fortunately, it's not quite enough. He did surprise me this round with like a lot more Tarantulas. So now I see there's a lot of Tarantulas. There's additional deploy, enhanced, efficient tech, and redeploy. Probably go for additional deploy. I really like additional deploy. Alright, so instead of going in with crawlers somewhere, I'm going to put them back here because it'll add to my chaff and help me win this chaff war. I've also chosen to go for fort with anti-air because my opponent now has a lot of air. So the fort does really well shooting tarantulas and absorbing shots from the tarantulas, and does a lot of damage to the Phoenix as well with this anti-air. So I think it's the perfect unit choice for this option right now. Now you see we go in, we'll see if our fortresses how well they do. Look, these shots do amazing. We've already cleared all of the Phoenix on the left side. Our chaff war, it looks like we won a bit, but now these fangs are coming in. So there's a little bit of a late fang issue, but not so bad. And big hit, because now we got this giant. They're just like efficient acid and wasp swarm. So acid, when acid is offered, you got to be real careful when you're going giants. Acid would have been really good against these tarantulas too, actually. The tarantula now has spider mine, and that's just adding a lot of more chaff. It's sometimes hard to deal with. Our Hounds have range, so hopefully they'll be able to do work. I popped the laser sight on this Phoenix because the Phoenix counter is like everything as long as there's no chaff. So this is like my win condition in a way. So we want to keep this puppy alive and give it all the upgrades we can. Which damage this thing has done, right? Like 80,000 last round, so. Great move by my opponent, putting these wasps in front, absorb these initial few hits of the anti-air barrage. And it looks like this round is going really not in my favor, especially with all of these spider mines. So I take a huge hit here. It's looking pretty bad. Mustang, tank production, wasp swarm, and assault fort. I think I pick Mustang production here. Yeah, that's right. So the Mustangs I find are pretty good dealing with spider mines, especially if we have range on them, right? As long as they're not locked onto the tarantula itself, they do pretty well. So I'm trying to slow down my opponent here. I put a missile to try and kill this wasp spider right too, so that my anti-air barrage will do a bit better. But yeah, I want to slow this down. He's crawling in with everything, and yeah, I popped down 3 squads of Mustangs with range. Right, and now we're going for some shields here. We don't want any shenanigans. We get the fire as well. Oh yeah, right. Incendiary bomb. That was the essential tech here. So he's got melters now though, and this is still looking pretty scary. These Phoenix are they're doing really well, but not quite well enough. Unfortunately, I lose that shield as well. Now we're down to 252. Additional deploy is offered again. I take it. Right, we just need more stuff. So we need to work on our chat. We get portable shield on the fangs, try to keep them alive longer, and I just throw down another 4 squads of fangs. We don't want these melters to lock onto the forts, so I put the fangs right behind the fort, so they'll walk up in front by the time these melters are close. And I just put even more fangs. Fang, fang, fang. Because my board is good as long as I have chaff to keep things, you know, from locking on to the big units. I also go for range because it'll stop my fortress from moving forward into the melter, and also be a bit easier to hit these tarantulas. So anti-air is doing some stuff, and our Mustangs are doing well, clearing the chaff. Fire as well. You can see the fangs in front of the fortresses now, and so they're able to actually do some work. And this is such a close battle, but we just barely managed to do it. Yeah, this laser sight is... I'm realizing now how key this was. You see how much damage this Phoenix has been doing. Now we've got Saber, Steel Ball, Arc, and Typhoon. So I'm thinking we've got fire, we've got chaff. I've got so many fangs now. My opponent might be going for fire himself. We need to make sure that these melters, they lock onto dumb stuff. We don't want them on our force. So I get the steel balls, we put Mective on, we put more crawlers down over on the side here. We want to have like a, you know, more chaff, more chaff, more chaff. And then more chaff clear. We've got these Mustangs. Hopefully they can deal with all of these spider mines. And then I just throw down another Phoenix on the right, because it doesn't seem like he has much of an answer for the air for that, and we just need a little bit more damage on the side. Hopefully we can lock onto this tarantula. I didn't know that that melter was there. Okay, all the air dies. We're going in. We've just got so many Mustangs now. Everything is cleared, and we're able to actually deal damage to the tarantulas. The Mustangs staying alive and out of the fire. And look at this, we just walk over them. It's just a massive victory there, and that seals that game. Nice. All right. Game 1. All right, so that was a standard game, so we're going to pop into game 2. And we'll see what's going on here. I also don't know how to pronounce this name of my opponent. So we've got Fort Saber Cost Control Trainer. I don't like the Saber start. Like, Sabers are not good to start for me, in my opinion. I end up going for the Fortified spec. And this game, yeah, those packs were not great, I remember. And I thought, I think I've got to play like Carry Mustang or something and just keep them in the back and see if we can like stay alive long enough or whatever. I was clicking on some of the deploys, and I'm pretty sure that's Sarah Sarah Teach or whatever the name is has a loadout for that, which is interesting. But yeah, I look at the loadout sometimes before we play and then see if something's good or if I can make any adjustments or whatever. This is not a comp that I play often. I really didn't like the packs that were offered for me. But yeah, I get the marksman because the marksman, if it can deal with the arc light and the sledges, it's good. We're gonna speed this up. Sorry, I forgot to do that earlier. So for sure, yeah, we're losing this round. Round 2, yeah, we've got missile spec against us. 2 squads: Fang, Wasp, Wraith, Phoenix. And I go for the Phoenix. I really love the Phoenix. It's a great unit. So knowing the missile spec, oh yeah, that's this game. Okay, so this was really interesting, I think. When your opponent's missile spec and you have Mustangs, it's such an obvious target. So you want to protect your Mustangs. There's a couple ways you can do that. You can use that with a shield, or you can do it with a mobile beacon. You can just like move it from the side. But in this case, it's kind of a gamble, like which side is he going to hit? And in the second round, I don't really have money to deal with it. He ends up killing the marksman anyway, so I would have been wrong. But I think you'll see later how I managed to get around that. Alright, so we're going to lose this other round. But it's not so bad. We're not losing so much damage. Losing so much health. Advanced shield, wasp barrier, and additional deploy. I think I'm looking, whenever I see wasp, I try to look at the board and see if there's any way that I can maybe use the wasp. I could have, but I guess I chose not to. The advanced shield. Right, so advanced shield does a lot to help with the sledges and the arc lights, like makes it so they can't do any damage. The Phoenix do quite a lot of damage to them, but they're quite far back. So yeah, I placed these both shields, and I think that's also why I got the advanced shield, because I knew I was going to be placing them. As soon as the missile hits, you see it's just perfectly timed so that both of my Mustangs are underneath it. I'm also covering my tower a little bit. So these shields, I think, are excellently positioned. And they're actually far enough back that they're going to stay alive even if I'm losing the round. So really cool, I think. The Electro, Rhino, Elite, Mustang production, and redeploy. I go for the Mustang production. I don't think I use it this round, but I think I'm seeing here like this is going to go late, and he's got all these Phoenix. We're going like carry Mustang basically. So having a giant later that can deal with it. Also like a fort, you know, does a lot of work with the sledges and the arc lights as well, and plus the anti-air against the Phoenix. So I believe I picked this because I'm planning on going into fort with the Mustang production, so it should just round things out. I'm not confident I'm going to win this round, but I'm still building for the future rounds when we're going to be able to turn the game around. Okay, we got a good shot from this marksman in the middle. We are still losing to the arc lights basically. I think it's because I don't believe we have range on the Mustangs yet. No, we got no decks on them yet. Missile strike, laser sight, electro mag, laser sight. Did I put this on the Phoenix again? No. Okay, so the marksman here is level 2 and doing work. It still is like the best for one-shotting these arc lights or sledges or Phoenix once it's level 2. So now I get the fort. I pop the Mustang production in, and we're trying to win just the one side, I think, now. Bring out some more marksmen. Still not sure we're gonna win this round. But yeah, look how much we block with this. Like he tried to kill the shield with what's it called? That EMP or whatever. We got advanced shield, so the shield doesn't even die. Now we got that 4, he's taking the hits too, so we end up surviving, and our marksman's doing a lot of damage here. This one's the one with the laser sight. Look how long they had to shoot, these units had to shoot that shield for. It's nuts. $100, and it basically saved the round because it took them forever to kill it. Okay, Melter, Farseer, Saber, Raiden. At this point, like seeing Melter after I've gone Fort, I'm like, oh crap, it's probably going Melter. And I was right. I went for the Farseer. I think I can't remember exactly why, but it's one of the better choices. Like, it can deal with all these units. Like, it's really good with medium-sized units, and it can kill the Phoenix and stuff as well. It's funny now, like, my opponent has to put his missiles in the middle here. Finally, we get range on the Mustang. So we'll see what happens here. Upgrading that marksman means it survives. And the fort was just under this shield so that it didn't take the electromagnetic barrage and was able to shoot off the aerial barrage. And finally now we're winning some rounds. At this point, yeah, I'm half health, but I'm like, man, one hit, we're already got them halfway. And I'm pretty sure we can do this. Incendiary and Orbital are offered. I take the Orbital. Orbital is better because like he's got a lot of Phoenix here. So the Orbital does really well against Phoenix. He can't shield the air. So, and then I know that because both of those spells were offered, I've got to add shields here to keep my Mustangs alive. If there was like fire or the Orbital, this will help keep everything nice and living. Okay, I dropped the Orbital on the right, trying to kill those Phoenix, and yeah, here's that fire. So both of these Mustangs would have just walked into the fire and died, but you'll see it's only going to go right in the little middle here. Yeah, perfect. Like, just dodges everything. My fort able to kill whatever it wants, but we are going to need to get range again for that fort. And we take out that missile too. Photon, coding, haste, absorption. Haste is really good on the Mustang, so I think that's what I go for. Yeah. So what I could do here instead, I could probably sell this Farseer to get the money, and then, you know, you could get like a level 1 Farseer here and here to use the, what's it called, photon emission on it. That would be a good choice against this Melter with the electro barrage. I don't end up doing that. Like, he's still trying to like stop all my stuff with this electro stuff. I just put another Mustang in. My Mustangs were crushing it last round, so I figured, yeah, let's just keep going. Make more stuff. All of these crawlers are gonna die, and now we're able to shoot his bigger units. The Melter does get a lock on, but it doesn't matter. We've just got too much stuff. And we managed to take that win. Alright, thanks for getting this far. We're going to split this video up into a couple more, so please like and subscribe and pay attention for the next video that comes out. We'll see you soon.